Play lethal. Win in one turn. Can you find lethal? So what does that mean? Well, this is like those card games. We have a bunch of mana and cards from hand. Of course, if you've played any card games or CCGs, this should be a familiar concept. This is honestly another one of those things where, like, the game genre that includes these types of puzzles is just too far out of the norm for some people who may have enjoyed it to even know about it. So, yeah, it seems like, okay, so if you have a card, if below 3 health, gain 3 energy. It looks like we currently have 4 health. And there's Fang, which deals 1 damage, but also lose 1 health. Feels like it's very good to lose that health. I guess the question is, does Echo work here? And also trash the card. The next card play is permanently removed from game. I wonder if that means we can't make copies with that card. Like, unless Echo doesn't work like a copy. Anyway, my intuition is, like, we need to return. The thing is, this costs energy, which is maybe weird, but we have to play it. Like, we have to play this to return the card that says lose 1 health, because that's the only way we can trigger the if below 3 health gain 1 energy thing. I honestly feel we should be able to get to 7 already. We need to trash this card and the next card. Next 2 cards are free. Let's just to play another card, because we play Inspiration to gain energy. We play Overload and also gain a ton of energy. Now we have 9 energy, and we can echo this, and deal damage equals to your total energy. Well, guess what? I have 7 energy, so boom, 7, okay. Okay. You know, edge cases were always part of CCGs. Alright, let's just try. Okay, so we know we have to rebound the Fang, for sure. But now we want to tribute stuff, right? And we are doing Overload last. So play Inspiration, there's nothing else to do, like, other than tribute. So we don't need to spend energy on this. Repeat the next action, but this will be free. It won't cost any energy. You play Overload. You get 6 energy. And this is repeated. How much is this, actually? Is this 6 and then 7? So I'll have 17 energy by the end of this? No, just 16. So I guess the card play, it doesn't count as the card having been fully played. Also, like it's not fully played until it is played. Like, it didn't go to 6, then 7. But also, do we have 2 over lethal? Alright. Boom! Okay, there we go. What do you mean with 8 cards played? Is it possible to go lower or something? Oh, there's apparently a puzzle archive. You can just check it. That's so cool. And I think, like, these must be the puzzle authors, right? I bet the odd numbered days are, like, under a premium subscription or something. But it's still really nice to have an archive for free-to-plays. Well, I may have gotten addicted to this game without recording any of it somehow. Alright, like an absolute clown, I started the recording on the most recent puzzle, and it was a very hard one by coincidence. So here is one that isn't so hard. Deal damage equal to your HP. Lose 3 HP. Well, we don't have the mana to do a lot of this, but this is a free one. Why do I suck? Okay, heal 1 HP first, then play the Cauterize. There. Alright, boom. Dead. Did I give you enough room to read the card? That card was like, lose 2 HP the next 3 times you play a card, heal 1 HP. So you can't play it while you're on 2. Let's play the next one. Versus the addition sign. And whoa, I love this. Slash, spear, pound, cleave. Dude, I love that. Usually in card games you don't get something like this because the cards would be boring in a PvP scenario or whatever. But this is fun to see. Next 2 attacks of poison, applying vulnerable. I don't know what vulnerable is. Okay, choose 2 of the following, create a copy of each chosen card. But I don't know what vulnerable does. Well, maybe we have to waste the move or something. We have 17 energy. This is 10 total. This is going to be +2, so I have 5 energy worth to spend. If I want to play all cards, whatever I make with Armory should total 5 energy spend. Otherwise, we're not being efficient. So I don't even know if it stacks. Okay, we're just going to, like, do this. Create, slash, and cleave. Okay, we gotta do this. It'll probably suck, but okay, so no idea what that does. Okay, wait. Next, amazing. Doesn't tell me what vuln is. So, what do you mean infinite? When this target takes 1 damage, you take an additional 1 damage. What? What? Okay, well, it's not Slay the Spire's vulnerable, which is like +50%, and it's not like a boosted version with double damage. Well, if I knew that, maybe I would have chosen to do it on my highest ones instead, but oh well, that's a lot of vuln. I don't think we're gonna make it. Lol. Guys, did this really need to be a keyword? Like, it could have been called defense down or something. Well, anyway, if we can effectively boost... Alright, we're doing this. But the Vuln instead is going on our highest damage attacks so that their attack damage can effectively get copied to the rest of our cards. Because it's almost like we're dealing an extra cleaves worth of damage for every card that we play. Yeah, there we go. Thanks. 2 attempts, guys. Oh, whoa! Is this... Okay. Slot your health and energy amounts. I thought this was like a multicolor card at first, but not really. Vulnerable. Ah, thanks for the keyword explanation. I mean, whether it stacks or not is also really important, and it doesn't tell you that either, but... Alright, I mean, wound, switch, which I... Wait a minute, this will switch to be... 0? Thanks. Wait, spear costs only 2. Okay, here. Swap, wound, spear. Alright, there we go. Alright, well that was more fair the reason that I died. Let's check out another. Alright, so we get some damage cards. Okay, I get that, like, the card design is probably because this user needed the card for this scenario to work, but there is something that's very memey about, like, giving card design credit to the most vanilla of cards ever. Okay, so we need energy. Well, there's literally nothing else to do. Wait, I wonder if these can stack. It does stack. Well, there you go! The regen effect... Oh, right, I recorded that part and I'm gonna put it at the end, but there was a different card. No, wait. Okay, it's cause that I have an ending for this video, but it took too long, so I'm moving it to the end of the video, but I recorded earlier. It was about the cauterized card, which, you know, it used the statuses in the same way like this. But it doesn't stack, and maybe that's, like, inconsistent, that these regens don't happen at the same time, when we just saw that, like, the other status effect did trigger all instances of the status instead of only one of the instances, like this one. Like, this one's very easy. What does very easy look like in this game? Haunt. Trash the next card you play, inflict 3 vulnerable to enemy. Deal damage 3 times, activate the bottom. The card at the bottom of this card twice, trash that card. Increase all damage by 1. So we need to increase our damage to, what, 11? I mean, trashing doesn't matter. So trash means that it was not even going to apply. It's not even going to the discard pile, which may be good, because what if I want to replay this flurry? It feels like that might be the case. Because I feel like haunting this rage... Haunt. Rage. Oh, the haunt is... Oh, I don't know about that. Well, I was kind of planning on a... I was planning on replaying the flurry, but I guess we're just gonna do 9 vulnerable and 2 damage, and this works out to be 11 times 3 anyway. Okay, cool. Alright, Delvers. Discard 1 card, gain 2 energy, gain 1 energy. Reverb is back. Trash express a free, gain 1 energy. Shovel. Deal damage equals to the number of cards in the discard pile. Deal 2 damage if discard is empty, otherwise deal 0. Well, I could do this immediately. That would be 8. But then Reverberate is not very good. Unless the ordering is somehow spaghetti, but it feels like if I copied the effect of this, then all it's going to do is 0 damage. This is weird because I feel like discarding the shovel so I can play it twice to Reverberate. And shovel should count as its own card, right? Okay, I'm doing it. Discard the card, discard the shovel now. That doesn't come at the bottom of... Okay. Wait, what? God damn it. What? Okay, you need to explain. Right now. Do you just see what happened? Ugh. Fine. Yeah, whatever. Clown show. Okay, what just happened is I play a card that says discard a card, but somehow the card that I discarded doesn't come into the discard pile first. So it didn't come at the bottom of the discard pile, which implies that the card goes in the discard pile before its effect resolves. But then I play Reverberate, and what it does is it tells me to discard one card from my hand, and yet I still see Reverberate in my hand! So how is it that a card I play goes into the discard pile first, and then yet still stays in hand? God damn it. I'm gonna just waste attempts on this, just so I can just freaking get that right. What the frog? Just can't imagine we play Tribute successfully, right? Because we have a 7-card hand. If I trash 2 cards from here, that's 5. So then all remaining 5 have to contribute to the shovel. Okay, let's try that we trash this card first. Alright, now it won't be clogging up the discard pile. That's good, except I'm not sure that I'm gonna have enough to make the rest work. After all, this discard is no longer empty. So I don't know how I'm dealing this 2 damage required unless Reverberate counts as 5 in the discard pile, which it does not. As in, Reverberate didn't get added to the counter of the discards, so we gotta restart. I reset a lot to just try to see this scrap and freaking Tribute interaction. It's not doing anything. It freaking would work if it was like STS or whatever, a different game. But okay, like, gosh. Assuming that, what if you play the shovel? Because if the next 2 cards are free, you can do this. You can actually play Snipe, and then you can throw the shovel as the bottom card of the discard. Does this work out? Because now I can do Surge. I think it just works. Boom, and then we have 8 damage. We can do that with a 4 and a 4. Reverb. Boom. Alright, there we go. Don't look at the attempts counter. Alright, here's Leprechaun. This is November 3rd. I love the rainbow color theming, like pot of gold and the rainbow, you know. Next 2 cards play cost health instead of energy. Block the next time you take damage, deal 4 damage. Vulnerable 1? So I guess we need to play Wound and Pound. What do you mean next time you take damage? Not completely sure how that works. I guess like this, like, but costing health is not the same as taking damage in quite a lot of card games. Isn't this really weird though? The fact that Wound, well not Wound, but Pound is a 3 energy thing. We can never discount the cost of Pound twice. Because we need to play Revive to get it back, at least. Well, I guess we're using Martyr on both instances then, maybe. So, like, I'm pretty sure we must Wound to begin it. But maybe I don't shield now, because that seems like... We need to Martyr the Revive. So, Pound, Revive. Now I can use Martyr. Okay, this is perfectly made. Wow. Very nice. In 1 attempt. Okay, so when I first started this recording session, I picked some really hard one to do, and it was not great to put it so close to the beginning of the video. So I moved this footage to the end, so we can join some very nice finale puzzle for this video. Why is the text... It's like the desktop version. I think there may be like a different changes, but like... They see the moving text in some other games and think, okay, we should just make the text slightly shake now to make the game look better when it's idle. I don't really remember. Oh, cards played counts. I thought that was mana or something. Okay, so we have 13 energy also. We have Rebound to return the next card you play. Reclaim the top 2 cards from discard pile. This could really show all the descriptions in one. Oh, this card was designed by a community member. You can gain energy instead of dealing damage. Interesting. Rage. Deal 1 damage, lose 1 health, and lose 2 health, but you can heal 1 HP. Okay. 40 HP is really difficult to break through, but we have energy and can probably farm rages. We also have the tactic of, like, rage, rebound, revive, and then we have no cards in our discard pile. We've just spent energy to power ourselves up by 1. It feels like a thing that you would want to spam. I don't know if we quite have an infinite, though. This is already, like... This can only reclaim 1 card. I mean, it does feel like we're doing an infinite thing. Well, I'm sure it's something like Rage, Rebound, Revive, and we just keep doing this over and over. Rage, Rebound, Revive. Okay, now I'm a little bit worried. Because we're going to need to probably spend to get energy now. But we also need to play Cauterize eventually. We could play this Rage immediately. Because the idea here is like... Okay, so you gain 6, and how much does it cost to bring all these back? Well, it's 2 each. I don't know if we Rage for 7, because that feels good, but I don't know. We have to do this anyway. Okay, Because once we get to like 2 health, we can never play Cauterize, and it's really bad if that ever happens and I mess up. Maybe we played only one time when we are at our wit's end, in a way. Okay, so we do that. Energy. Bring these back. Alright, now there's nothing. However, this is the time where we play this now. I think this is the time we increase the damage. So that we can maybe get an actual infinite now. Alright, now let's bring all these cards back. Rebound, revive. Rebound, revive. I'm always worried that these don't come in at the correct timing or something weird like that's gonna happen. But now we should be energy positive when we play all this, yeah? Now rebound, revive. Rebound, revive. Rebound, revive. And we are 1 energy up. Our attack is now 7. Alright, a couple hundred cards later. This took 3 minutes in real time. There's probably like a minimum moves that someone was insane enough to get, but I just CBA'd. I had like 13 damage. Probably I could have divided 40 by 3 to get a better, but like 14 damage is the cutoff point, not 15. Anyway, 3-shot kill is what I did here. Boing. And luckily the game has no sound effects, so boing. And it's gone. Whoop-de-doo. Hope you enjoyed. It's, as I know for some reason, you clowns don't think of board games or card games, or my FPS game channel as puzzle games. Bye. Seriously, I have so many FPS game clips. Why no one considers this a puzzle game? So disappointed. I want to start a first-person puzzle game channel.